here for qualifying at the Red Bull Ring. Mr. Hitstick just going out. We have Finley and a very ill Howling. So apologies if you hear any bad noises. We apologise already. You can't help it. You can't help it. Anyway, so the Red Bull Ring, new layout, kind of. Got this brand new chicane here, which I'm sure lap 1 is going to cause absolute carnage. Hopefully people don't make some mistakes.
Aaron is returning to Division 2.
Owen just takes the old route.
Aaron obviously contract got terminated by Honda in Division 1 and signed up by Aprilia. So hopefully his fortunes can turn around here today. Yep.
So, to go through the long right-hander, for me this is one of the worst corners because the rear just wants to spin and slide, and it's all about throttle management. And trying to extract all of that on a flying lap is pretty difficult. But if the soft tyre can hang in there, we're getting a lot of time as Hitstick has disappeared. So it looks like it's going to be Aaron who will be the first person to do a lap in this session.
Yeah, can he make his mark back on the championship straight away? Be pretty good if he can to return to his former self.
Yep. 25 points down on Wigan and Josh.
Easily can be brought back to Division 2. He's very unpredictable.
Mr. Picks just a little bit there through turn 1, but that's okay. If you now come up to the brand new chicane, he enters 5th gear, hard braking into 1st gear, into the chicane, runs over the curb, and that's caused him to be a bit unstable and he's down.
Obviously he's just going down, he's the camera tools in the penultimate corner, but he's not on the lap, so that'll be fine. So Hitstick, next one.
Out of turn, that's now turn 4, down the hill. Bike just wants to wheelie but finds the ride height device. The bike was a lot less hard on the brakes into turn 5. The rear just wants to skate out. And he's ran a little bit wide there. You want to generally run wide there, but he's ran a bit too wide. Short shifting, and now into the 2 left-handers. The only 2 left-handers on the circuit, apart from one of the 3 left-handers, the final 2 of the circuit. Ooh, that's just turned a bit too well there. And into turn 8.
Looks like he's gone a little bit wide.
Real scruffy lap here from Hitstick, but at least he'll get a lap on the board. If he can just navigate these last 2 corners, over the curb, over the crest. The bike just going over all the bumps into turn 10 now. It's weird saying these corner names with them being with there being more turns this year. Through the last corner, he's done that nicely. Down the home straight, it's going to be a 1:29.7.
Josh isn't actually on a lap, so
yeah.
Oh, Panda's just gone down.
Oh, Wigan's gone down with Pat, and so the pair of them have gone down. Mogsy, our season 6 Division 2 champion, not had the greatest start at all. Not what you'd expect.
Hoping to change things around, and he's on a red sector, so hopefully he can start changing things around here. He's done that pretty nicely there. He's going to run on the curves a little bit. Pushes the final corner. Goes down that rear height device, and to the line he goes to do a 1:29. So
he just does not seem to have adapted as well as others to this game. I mean, 21-22 are a little bit similar, but there's quite a lot of differences. And whether it's the weight of the bike being a bit more, or what, something is just got a bit with Mogsy. But
yeah, obviously maybe the switch to the GP21 was a big step up. Ooh, it could be another thing.
Yeah.
I mean, really they're the same bike, but obviously he's on the 2-year older now, so he's obviously got that little more power. So maybe it's just him struggling to get to grips with the catch straight, because he was originally on a Suzuki, so
yeah.
But hopefully we can see the return of things as Aaron is gonna. I think Josh is gonna cross the line before him, but Aaron has done 3 red sectors, and it looks like his return to Division 2 is going good. Josh is going to approach the line now, and he obviously goes across the line.
Pole position. But here comes Aaron. Does he take pole off him? Yes, he does by 1 second. Wow.
Very nicely done.
So yeah, I think Mogsy, he will figure it out. It just depends on his how much he can put into it. Sometimes he will get in the groove, sometimes he won't get in the groove at all. But
Bottas is now approaching the line. This is the manufacturer's home race, and he's fifth, so maybe he made a mistake. I can imagine he made a mistake on that lap, and Panda's down as well, so... Oh no, it's not Panda. He's gone down. Panda, but Wiggins going to be the next one. Wherever he is now, crosses the line and...
Fifth. So I reckon now everyone's going to go into the box for some fresh tyres.
Only two really with not weather sensitive laps.
Yep.
Both of them have done laps. Aaron really holding the charge over the rest of the field as Wiggins moving in the second one. I know the chicane is quite tricky for the passing fields themselves, so really all they have to do is get that right. Well, this is it's a much shorter, it's a much longer sector one, shall I say, because obviously you got the chicane there now. Yeah. It's a lot of time to be gained, but really before you could be on a red sector one, and really it could just be your run out of turn one or something, but now it's a lot more in it to decide of if it's a good sector one or not, so Prots is always on a lap.
Panda.
And Multi is as well. Prots is approaching the final 2 seconds here. Hoping for a repeat of last week. Well, they're hoping for better than last week. You can go one better, so he goes across the line now. An interpositional pole.
Mogsy 2 red sectors. This is Ducati territory. Ducati have won every race bar 2, and the other 2 going to KTM, so those are 2 bikes ideally you want to be on. Wigan goes into 3rd place.
Here comes the Ducati talk now. Monty approaches the final. He's definitely done that a lot better than he did last time. And is he finally going to show some real speed as he crosses the line and he goes into so he jumps onto the front row as Fox is continuing to improve. So really, I can see pole being between anyone out of the top 5 really so far. Panda could, seems he's set in red sectors, but just can't seem to put the lap together.
Yeah. And what that could have been a pole position lap. We'll never know.
Oxy's on a red sector one as well, so he's definitely in the groove. This is that one, like you said earlier.
Oh, Panda's wide. And that's his lap gone. Track limits are a problem at this circuit. Quite often.
Continues to improve, and it looks like he has a sort of balance run with the boat. And he can go through red sectors, and he does. Wiggins improving as well on his time.
Oh, Proctor's a bit wide through turn 10 into the final corner. Try not to hit the curb because then you won't lean over. And here we go. Across the line, is this an improvement? It is. Big improvement.
Now, the most important thing to remember on this track is that this track is all about maintaining as much roll speed as possible per sector. This is made difficult by the fact that there are some dangerous hairpin bends in it. Every brand shines here. One can brake a little later due to a stiff aluminum frame. Others combine traction with top speed to get good exits per turn. I'm curious which brand knows how to represent itself best.
Thank you for that, Arlen.
Yeah, his creative ways of getting his message across without his illness being spread. But yeah, he's right there. It'd be interesting to see which bikes are strongest in the braking zones and acceleration zones as well. You'd think the Ducatis would be good, but with more lower speed corners, that might help the inline fours because they shoot off the corners.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously they really only have one big straight where the Ducati will gain a lot on the others. Is obviously where Moxie just come out of now, and obviously that shortened part of that. Obviously the straight that would have been dominated by Ducatis before has been shortened, so it really helps the other bikes that haven't got the speed that the Ducatis have. So it's really this has changed the whole complex of this track really. There's a lot of quick corners, but there's also a lot of slow corners as well. So obviously the likes of the Yamahas will have more advantage than they would have had last year here.
Panda now, he's on a lap. Could this put him onto the front row? We did a little bit of a wheelie there on the change of direction. It's now we rise up the hill. The forks and the suspension all compressing. As you go over the bumps, massive shake in the front of the bike. He gets the bike tipped in and now into the final corner. The bike still wanting to wheelie. Oh, he looks like he might have overshot that. No, the Yamaha's got that turned. Ride out device done. And he now crosses the line to go into second place. 1/10 off pole position.
Very nicely done there by Panda, and now Aaron is improving as well.
Oh, Panda's gone straight. Oh, and he's down. What a disaster.
Aaron jumped back into second or even on pole if he's right on the money here.
Benda? Congrats Benda, aku tak dapat tengok kemasak ni.
So,
continues to improve, he does, Aaron there, so...
Oh no, he's lost the front. Going over the bumps. The Aprilia isn't the greatest ones, well, I don't know if it's the bike or a Leish, but Cota's renowned for its bumps, and the Aprilia does not like it.
Yeah, so it looked like Aaron...
And Aaron's taken the wrong pit entry there. He's been fooled to take the wrong one that will take him into the wall, and now he's got quite a task here of getting... There we go.
So yeah, it'll be obviously you also know Aaron can improve that because it was shown there. I think Moxie sent him in pit as well. I've just seen it in the background. Yep.
So hit stick now on an opening lap, well on a out lap. Brand new tyres in. Now I'm wondering that for me there is one strategy I would go for, but it's a big risk. But this strategy won't take place yet, so I won't mention it until those minutes come.
Watts and Josh have both started the lap together, so looks like these two are going to be the first ones. Oh, Protz is down, and that may just... And Josh did roll off there, so that's not going to cancel his lap. So Josh is okay, he rolled over the old part of the track. So Josh... Obviously, he missed the yellow flags, and I think Aaron's just come through that sector, but he's on an outlap, so that won't matter for him.
Pit stick into turn one, he's got that absolutely perfect. No, he hasn't. He almost had that perfect. Just clipped the green there. Go on, let's see what happened if you took the corner like we did at old times. Old times being last year, and
he spoke very early.
Yeah, he's braked very early because doing that we don't actually know where the brake mark would be. But Hitstick's now just got to save the tyre, save the fuel, and go again. As Wiggins now gone down at turn 5.
Is anyone on live lap going through there? I think Josh was, but obviously he rolled off his lap, so it's not really going to matter.
Oh, Josh.
Obviously he crashed, so I think everyone's fine at the moment. So.
Yeah, Josh's going to get a tow from Protz. That's the man you want a tow from. Plus, if that Yamaha can get some slipstream, that might help. That will help. That will go a long way for him. So here we go. Start of another lap for Protz, Josh, and Aaron.
Starting behind them as well. So
through turn 1, that KTM's gone perfect. Josh has gone straight on,
and so does Aaron. He goes off the track. So it looks like some of these may have a little struggle getting these stopped.
Yeah. So the big difference between the KTM and any other bike is its WP forks. The different. Everyone else runs Olin suspension. These run WP, so that could be the difference here because KTM do a lot of testing around this being their home track. Oh, and Protz just a little bit wide through turn 5, but that's probably lap over. Going right to the grass.
Wigan, only one improving really at the moment. Everyone really showing not really enough speed. Have we seen the top point, the best part of the track finish now? It's only Wigan seems to be improving. This is where he's obviously going to lose a lot of time given to the KTM because KTM isn't the slowest of bikes.
No, it's tight. It's the joint second quickest bike, so in history. So it's no slouch.
So Wigan's getting his thing worked around it. Obviously, he's coming into the territory where the Yamaha will like a lot.
Mine is his lap's gone.
His stick is improving in the final sector. He approaches the corner now.
Into the final corner.
Closer to everyone else. So he's done that much better than I've seen him do before, but still a little wide.
Cross the line, and he jumps to the 6th. Josh, championship leader, joint championship leader with Wigan, needs to get a better lap in because he can't afford to start on the 3rd row because that's where problems will take place.
Yeah, so obviously, and we have more people will be actually coming to Melrose as well, so...
It seems so. Looking at the way the KTM's front fork compresses, it seems more reactive yet stable enough to overcome the bumps and floating aerial forces that try to unsettle the bike. Compared to the Yamaha of Panda and Wigan, we see a lot more movement. And as we were used to, the Aprilia seems numb, but it just grips very well.
There we go. Expert analysis from Howling, studying how all the other bikes are coping in these difficult braking zones over all the bumps. As Moxie now is on a lap. Oh, hit 6 loses the front at turn 7.
Yeah, last 2 minutes of the session, we'll see some of these coming to the pit. Obviously, it's a quite short lap, so they do have enough time.
Yeah, for me now, this is critical stage. You've got to box, put all the fuel down, put soft rear in, or whatever your preferred front tyre is, and go out, do one flying lap, and pray that you can extract everything out of that lap and everything out of that soft tyre.
Yeah, looks like Moxie. I saw him run onto the green at the final penultimate corner, so he's got another lap loss. So really, looks like he's in a lot of trouble. He's not going to have many.
Into the chicane. It doesn't matter because he's invalid. So Moxie's only going to get 2 more, maybe not even more, maybe just one more go at this.
Yeah, one more go, and he can't mess that one up. Aaron's improving. Can he jump further into the front row?
No, he's crashed.
Oh, he's down.
Protz now, he's on a lap. The end of sector 1, he crosses the sector point and it's grey, but we don't know how much by. It would be nice if we could actually see their lap time. Oh, and Protz does the same thing and he loses the front.
Yeah, that would be very handy if we could see. Because
yeah, so that's twice now. So you've had Aaron just sort of crashed at the centre, at the apex of the corner, just as you come off the brake. Protz coming off the part of the corner, you start to apply the gas. So
and Josh does it perfect. So Josh is safely through that, and he's improving at the same time. So
yeah, there we go. Turn 5, downhill, hold on the brake. The bike just wants to stop it. Can he get it sideways? Scrub up some speed. The front's shaking. That Yamaha just shakes a lot.
Yeah,
and he's got
right
through.
There. Also, Wigan's improving as well. Josh continues to improve. Moxie has restarted his lap. I think he's now I think that would be him now approaching turn 1.
And he's down. That's quality over for Moxie. Second row at best. Here comes Josh. He's run a little bit wide through turn 8, now into turn 9. The bike's just spinning. Now he's got to get up the hill, which the Yamaha's not going to be the strongest at. Into the penultimate corner. Josh has got the bike turned in well. The front has not shaked its head like it has been all session. Into the final corner. He hits the apex a bit too well. That could have gone horribly wrong, but it didn't. As we now come across the line, where's this going to put Josh? Only 6th. He's got one more go, is it?
Aaron's done. He's coming out pit lane now, so Aaron's finished. So Aaron will be 3rd at best. Wigan doesn't improve, but he gets one more shot at it.
Josh going way too fast into the chicane, and that's his session over.
The Hickstick's now actually approaching turn 1, so
it looks like it might be a KTM pole position at its home track. As Protz goes, Protz out-braked himself, and he is just about made the corner, but I can't see this being an improvement. It's got to just be
Panda's
really.
Finished.
Panda's finished.
So it's Aaron, Moxie, and Josh. So
Hit 6 out-braked himself. He's just about got it stopped for the chicane. Wow. And I can't see. It doesn't look like there's going to be any improvements here.
No, unless any of these can find. anything else. And then following sectors with Prots is now approaching the Prots has gone down, I think.
It's just Wigan and Hitstick now left in this session.
So provisional poll so far, unless any of these two can pull, looks like nothing's happening here. So looks like Prots will be your pole man. Yeah, Hitstick. Oh, that slid for a very long time there. Looks like you had the ability to save it, but
yeah. And Wigan goes into the box. So that is the session over. So it is KTM, Yamaha, Aprilia, Ducati for your top four different manufacturers. All four different manufacturers.
Followed by another two Ducatis, then no, another two Yamahas, then a Ducati. So
position is confirmed with the end of the qualifying session. All that's left is to say goodbye.
So it looks like tomorrow at their home track, the Portuguese, the guy who finished second last time out, is on pole for tomorrow's race ahead of Panda King, who just misses out by a tenth of a second, followed by Aaron on his return to the division to was represented front row for him. Moxie returning, giving a nice glimpse of hope that he's returning to his former form with the fourth, Wigan in fifth, Josh in sixth, seventh, Hitstick, but this could all change when Touch eventually does his qualifying later on, and then it'll be followed by the other guys that decide to turn up tomorrow.
Yep. So that has been it for qualifying for Division 2, and we'll see you guys in a few seconds for Division 1. Goodbye.